Check in with Natalie now. She's getting ready for the first of our series on alternative treatment. She's been talking about acupuncture, which is something that she's done, and obviously is having done now this morning.
I've done it. Yep.
Have you done it? She's in our green room. She can't talk because she's got needles poking out of her.
Right.
But that is that's our makeshift spa, also known as the green room.
Look at her.
And yeah, I think some of these alternative medicines are supposed to be so soothing. And Natalie's told me that she's done this before. I can't believe she's doing it on live TV, but she is, and it looks.
I gotta love her for that.
No pain.
Yeah, she says no pain. Now this
no
again,
pain at
this is a
all.
licensed.
No, there's no pain.
Very relaxing, actually.
Oh, is it really?
Very.
Yeah. Oh no, she knows what she's doing.
Wow. And we have a licensed acupuncturist,
Of
obviously,
course.
who's taking care of us, and so
Yes.
we're going to hear more from her in just a little bit.
So look on, we want to know if you're looking good and taking care of yourself holistically. Some good ideas.
Because Natalie is being put to the test with one type of treatment.
That's right. We're going to see if acupuncture really works or really hurts. No, I'm kidding.
She says it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, so many things are just about how you feel inside. And speaking of that, actually, we have Natalie who's face down right now. She's undergoing acupuncture. This is a way to help her sort of from the inside out. And what she,
Oh boy.
it looks
Oh boy.
painful, but
it's
she's,
not.
yeah.
No, she's
She
brave to
says
do
it's
this.
not. She says this is,
I'm
she wants to
asleep
do
right
this.
now.
She's asleep. She said this is to relieve her stiff neck. And what's funky is they're putting pins,
Yeah, but
Lord.
the thing is that at this point, she's totally relaxed.
Right.
I've had it done, and you don't feel that going in at all, believe it or not. You just feel relaxed.
Maybe it's just looking at the close-up shot of the pin going in. It looks like it.
That's never fun, but
We're going to talk with Natalie in a little bit to get the real lowdown. And I also think it's interesting that she has pins down her legs that are supposed to help her neck.
Right.
Somehow it's
all over
it's
the
all,
place.
It's all connected. All right, but before we get to the final results of that and wake Natalie up, we're going to head upstairs to Anne, who's getting a lesson in holistic treatments. Anne?
Coming up next, we're going to find out more about acupuncture right after this with Natalie, who's helping us out, showing us how it's done after this.
And we are back with more of our special series, Alternative Treatments. And today, Natalie is trying out acupuncture. You've been watching it throughout our show. She's been having tiny little needles poked into her, and there are some happening right now. Bianca Baldini is a licensed acupuncturist with Sacred Space, and she is treating Natalie for her stiff neck. And Bianca also happens to have more than a decade of Western medicinal experience as a physical therapist. How's it going?
It's going great.
Is it going well?
She's really relaxed right now and
Totally zenned out?
totally zenned
Let me
out.
ask you about you before we get started. You were in physical therapy for 10 years and you decided to switch into acupuncture.
Yes.
What made you make that switch?
It was actually a personal experience. I was working over the table so much as a physical therapist that I wound up with neck pain and arm numbness. And a patient of mine actually said they're also seeing an acupuncturist. So I went and Google searched and I just found out all this amazing information about Eastern medicine, and I went to an acupuncturist, and in one treatment my neck pain and arm numbness went away.
And now you treat Broadway actresses and actors and
Yes,
football players for all kinds of
players.
ailments.
Yes.
Now let's talk about Natalie. Natalie,
Sure.
we've been watching you get these needles poked in you. Can you give me a sense of what does it feel like when she puts one into your neck or into your back?
Not what most people would expect. I guess the idea of putting a needle doesn't sound very appetizing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's really just it's a very thin needle. It's a slight, like, gently tapping sensation. You don't even really feel, it's not like you're getting a shot. You don't even feel like the needle really going in because it doesn't really go in very deep. It's just very superficial.
Now, why? Can
And
I
it's like this jolt of energy, or a release, really. It's like your muscles releasing, and just a warmth.
Bianca, let me ask you this, because I know we're treating Natalie's neck, but I see pins on her shoulders,
Right.
on her back, on her legs. What's all that about?
So this is actually all about what we call a channel system. So in acupuncture and Oriental medicine, we have 12 main meridian channels, and each of those channels have, if you will, an energetic flow. So if there's too many, if you think about it like a river with dams, some rivers have too many dams, which actually block the energy and flow, and other channels that actually have excessive energy or flow.
So you're by hitting like her in the ankle area, we're releasing.
Right, so this channel in particular actually relates to the musculature and the channels that run up to her neck and to her head. So she's been having complaints of upper back and neck tension. So I'm actually utilizing her whole body
Wow.
to treat her local aspect.
Because you say that's one of the problems with Western medicine, isn't it? Like if we have a knee problem,
Yes.
we say, let's check the knee and see what's wrong, but it could be
Right.
something else, right?
Absolutely. I mean, as a physical therapist, I was always giving scripts by physicians saying, check the knee, and that's really fragmented pieces of the body as a whole. So what I'm able to do as an acupuncturist is actually treat the whole body. So if it is a knee pain, I might really treat it with an elbow, or with the ankle, or with another musculature maybe that inserts into the knee joint.
So how long does this take to work? So is it working right now as we speak?
Yeah, absolutely. From the minute the first needle goes in, there, you know, Western medicine is showing scientific research that functional MRIs, when a person is in the MRI machine and you stimulate needles, it actually stimulates the limbic system of the brain, which is your pain control center as well as your emotional control
So
center.
we're going to hear details from Natalie in just a little bit, but who is this good for? Like, if I were thinking maybe I should get it, give me some do's and don'ts if I was deciding to do acupuncture.
So I treat anything for women that have premenstrual cramping, breast tenderness, gastric pain in the belly, headaches,
Anything.
nausea.
And you've got to go, it's important to go to a licensed acupuncturist, because I can imagine going to the wrong person would not be a very smart idea. What's advice there?
Well, we have over 2,500 hours of clinical and didactic experience in the classroom, and we have to sit for a national board exam. So if I was to give you, tell you who to go to, you would really want to go to your educational department in your state, in state government, and find out who's licensed and who's certified.
Natalie, could you just fall asleep right now?
Oh my gosh. Well, I usually do when I've had this done in the past. It's a little too bright and cold in here,
Right.
but usually you do fall asleep, and I think that a lot of that contributes to just that whole total relaxation.
All right, well, we're going to hear Natalie give us the blow-by-blow coming up a little bit later. But Bianca, thank you so much.
you.
Appreciate it. Natalie, we'll see you when your face is out of the donut in a little bit, okay? And we'll be back with some plus-size fashions right after this.